Hi guys, I'm Kristin Tate with Rebel Buzz. The holiday season is upon us. It's my favorite time of year. But for the last decade or so, many Americans have watched in horror as political correctness has eroded many of the traditions that we hold dear. Offensive Christmas trees have been torn down in town squares. Elementary schools have canceled their holiday concerts. And officials have directed us to wish our neighbors happy holidays instead of Merry Christmas. Well, now that President Trump is in office, all of that may change. During his 2016 presidential campaign, Trump promised to get rid of the political correctness that is slowly sucking the joy out of the holidays that we love here in America.
Something I said so much during the last 2 years, but I'll say it again as we approach the end of the year. You know, we're getting near that beautiful Christmas season that people don't talk about anymore. They don't use the word Christmas because it's not politically correct. You go to department stores and they'll say Happy New Year and they'll say other things and it'll be red, they'll have it painted, but they don't say, well, guess what? We're saying Merry Christmas again.
So far, it seems like he's sticking to his word. And Trump has also shown that he's not afraid to openly celebrate the religious aspects of our holidays. A couple weeks ago, during his Thanksgiving address, Trump mentioned God 9 times. Now that's a stark contrast to President Obama, who only mentioned God once during his 2016 Thanksgiving Day address. Now that Christmas is around the corner, it seems like Trump will only continue to defy the outrage culture. The Trump family Christmas card was recently released, and it proudly wishes Americans a Merry Christmas. It did not say Happy Holidays, which was of course the Obama's preferred greeting. If you'll remember, during his first year in office, President Obama and his wife Michelle also considered removing the nativity scene from the White House as to be more inclusive. The Trump family has taken a completely different approach. They recently showed off their White House Christmas decorations, and the family selected the theme of this year's decorations as time-honored traditions. It's meant to pay respect to hundreds of years of holiday traditions in this nation. The decorations are stunning. And yes, there's even a nativity, which serves as a reminder of the reason for the season for so many Christians. This all comes as a welcome surprise to many Americans who have watched on over the last decade as US holidays like Halloween and Christmas have been completely stripped of any religious or traditional meaning as to not offend anyone. Now, of course, a level of sensitivity towards other races and religions is a good thing. But when does it become too much? The holiday season is supposed to be one of joy and hope. It's supposed to be a time of celebration. And yes, a time to appreciate other religions while you practice your own. I grew up in a rural New Hampshire town. It was a mostly Christian town, but there were a few Jewish students at my school, so we always sang a couple of Hanukkah songs during our holiday concerts. That was an enriching experience for me. In our country, which remains incredibly divided, we need more joy and celebration, not less. If political correctness continues to go unchecked, eventually we'll all be living in a colorless, cultureless society where nobody can do anything because someone is always offended. Bottom line, part of what makes America so great is the freedom we have here. The freedom to speech, the freedom to practice any religion, and the freedom to celebrate any holiday. For far too long, these beloved freedoms have been eroded in the name of political correctness. It's time to make our holidays great again, and maybe Trump is the one who can do it. I'm Kristin Tate, and this is Rebel Buzz. Thank you so much for tuning in.